In this tutorial, we want to draw this emoji cat in Inkscape. I'm using Inkscape 1.0. So we start by reaching out for our circle tool, and then we draw a circle. But before we draw a circle, maybe I would want to use a grid because it makes sometimes things easier. So go to File and then go to Documents, Properties, and then let's use a grid. Go to grids and choose rectangular grid, and then go to new, and then you'll get something like this. But maybe we change it to change the spacing so that we have spacing X10, spacing Y10, and then let's change the major grid line color to only the opacity. Let's increase the opacity to 100 so we can see it clearly. Just close it, and then here put let's make a major grid line every 6. I already have a grid there, so I would remove that one first. You don't need to do anything. What we did is we have a spacing X10, spacing Y10, and then we major grid color, we change the alpha channel, and then the major grid line every 6. Okay, when you have this done, we just close this, and then we draw a circle. We go for our circle tool, and then we will draw a circle to fill maybe something like this. So go to the center, just start drawing a perfect circle. Go to Shift Control, and then make it such that it occupies more or less this square, this big square here, lined here. Okay, so that will be the face of our cat. Now the difficult part of everything is us drawing the mouth. So I want to maybe develop the mouth first before I go on with the other things. So with the mouth, choose two major squares, and then draw a circle in it. So like we have 2 by 2, and then go for the center here, and then draw a circle. Go Shift Control and draw a perfect circle. Okay, now everything we've done without a stroke. So you see, if you want to go to the stroke, in case you have no idea, go to Objects, Fill and Stroke, and this dialog box opens. And then I've drawn without a stroke, that is, I've drawn without a boundary. Now I will draw another circle. Keep this, let this circle be, and then go to Stroke now, and then draw another circle. First draw another circle again, which is similar to this more or less, but a little less, but you will see what I mean. Just let's draw a circle, not to fill it totally, we'll adjust it later. We want to give it a stroke, so go to the selection tool, and then go to Stroke, and then put it here, flat color, so that it has a stroke. And now let's look at the style. Maybe we use something like 1.5 for the thickness of the stroke. Then when you enter, I think this is okay. 1.5 is okay for now, and then we just continue. Now what we want to do is that with this circle, go for your edit path by notes to click it, and then you see this holes here. Select this hole here and push it here, so that you have more or less a semicircle. Now go to the circle. I want a closed one, so just press this so it's closed. Okay, I want that it has a line here for it to be closed. Now the next thing we would do is that this circle will do the same thing to it. So we go for we select it, this circle here, and then we go for our edit path by nodes tool again, and this as well, we make it like this. Okay, now we have this. We want to develop this shape here, so just take this, what we've developed here, and give it and do a duplicate. You can do a duplicate by going to edit, and then you do duplicate. The duplicate, let's color it black already. You can choose this color here, 90% gray. You can also give it, let's give it black more or less. Okay, now this, we have this here. Now the next, after drawing this semicircle, the next thing we need to do is to do a duplicate of this. So go to, you can also do a duplicate by going to right clicking on your mouse and then doing a duplicate. So I've done a duplicate. I want to use it so that I cut it in such a way that I get this black thing, the top part. So I place this one somewhere here. Let's just go down a bit, maybe something like this. Let's see if we should place it, will there be, okay, you can, let's make this a bit opaque, transparent. So go to fill and stroke. Here we have it already open, but go to the fill and then move the alpha channel so we can see what we are doing, because we want a little space here a bit. So when we place it, we want to see that there's that space that will come up when we put it on this. So I think this is okay. We put it somewhere in here, and then we select this. With this selected, go to shift, select this, and then do difference. So we go to path and difference. Now we have this almost. Now we create another smaller circle. Go to the center, the circle that occupies one of the major circles here. Put it at the center. Go to shift control, and then we draw a circle more or less, something like this. It's okay. We don't need the stroke for now, so I'll just take away the stroke. I go here and take away the stroke, so that, and then see to it that what you've drawn actually occupies one of the major something like that. I mean, it's not really important if it's not exact. Now this drawn, take a duplicate of it, bring the duplicates here, and then we need do a duplicate here, and then come here, select this and shift select this, and also do a duplicate, file duplicate. We do a duplicate of this because I want to cut that part, and afterwards I need the original thing again. So this and this, and then we go to, which did I put on first? Because always it's important which is lying on. Okay, is that, so we can apply what I want to do. So we have this and this selected, and we go to path, and then we do difference. Now we have this here. This is what we've created so far. This is good. We needed this. Now the next thing, after getting this, the next thing we need to do is to get this small piece here. So we go to we select this, and then shift this, and then we do path, and then we do intersection. So we have this. With this intersection, I still need to cut a bit of this because I want to color this differently in this. So I bring this here. Now I do a duplicate of this. Let's make a duplicate of this. So we go to this, right click your mouse and do a duplicate. We do a duplicate of the smaller one first, okay, because we want to get it, and then we place this thing here. We can also do a duplicate, so we don't need it anymore, so we use it as it is. We bring it, let's raise it on top because it's what is going to cut the smaller one to get the shape that we are going for. So this selected, move it up, let it lie on it, and then we move it here a bit so that we can get our cut nicely there. Let's see, something like this I think is okay. Good. So this selected, we go here and select this as well, and then we do path, and then we do difference. So now we have this, and then this, and then we can have also this on top of everything, but we are we are going to give them different colors, right? So let's see here. Now this has the color, I gave the down parts this color red here. Oops, sorry, this was the one selected. Then let's give it black then. This is black. The inner one, the smaller one, I gave it this color here. Let's see whether, I just want to check whether my fill, okay, I gave it, I think, or maybe this, yes. And then we come and select this, and then I gave it this color. So now we finished with that one. We pick this one here, we remove the fill. So it selected the fill, we just remove the fill. The color on the stroke was, I think, this color here. Oops, sorry. To get the color of the stroke, go to shift, and then let's select it first, and then you go to shift, and then you choose the color. Other than that, it will, maybe, I think it was this color I chose, yes. Now we bring this one here, more or less. Yeah, if this is bigger than this a bit, you can extend it, because mine looks a bit, I don't know why it's, yes, something like that. And then I need now to bring the cat's, the face, and place it somewhere here. I think we are good. The face, I gave it the color yellow here, so go on and give it that color. And then now we have to do, the next thing we have to do is to do the ears there, or we can do the eyes. Let's do the eyes. The eyes, we would go for the circle and ellipse tool, and then we create something like this. The eye hasn't got, the eyes haven't got stroke, so we go to stroke paint and remove the stroke, so we have only a fill. Let's see here, we select it and modify it a bit. Maybe we make it a bit rounder, not very round, but reasonably round. Yeah, I think this is good, or we can make it a bit bigger. If you want to maintain what you have, go to shift control so that you don't distort what you've made if you like what you did. Now this would give it this color here. I think I gave it this gray. Let's check also the fill. Oh, okay, that's why it wasn't. So check whether the opacity, I raised the opacity up a bit, and then I choose maybe this gray 80. We'll see when we place it there. Let's see here, we place the eye somewhere here. more or less where you think is reasonable according to the distances, right? And then you do a duplicate, right click your mouse, do a duplicate, and then we bring this somewhere here. Okay, now we need space, so what I will do is I will clear up a bit. I'll delete this. I'm deleting this as well because I don't need it. Oh, why do I have two of this? I don't know. Anyway, now I've cleared up a bit so I have space to continue. I also just realized that the mouth, I forgot, I rather removed the fill, but I rather have to color it white because you see here it's white, because if you just remove the fill, it's when you put it here, when you come and put the head, it will just take the color of the yellow. So let's click this, just click this one here, the top part. I hope it's the one selected because I need to select this particular one and then give it the color white. Okay, yes, so that's what you have to do. You just give it the color white. Okay, and then now the head also, before we do the ear or anything, the head as well, it has a stroke. So go to stroke, have it selected, and then go to the stroke paint, and then come here to give it a stroke. Okay, the stroke, the color is this one. So if you don't have any stroke color, just go to shift and then you press this color here, and then the stroke, I think the stroke style, I put it to 1 for the boundary. So go to stroke style and give it the width 1. Okay, now so we are done with this. The next thing I would want to do is to do these designs here. So we go for our rectangle tool and then we draw a rectangle, more or less something like this is sufficient. I think we give it, we already have the stroke, which is this color with a fill the same color as this one here, so it looks like this. I think mine is too long. Just give it the length, let it be about maybe 5 of these smaller squares, something like that is sufficient, I think. Now we bring it here, put it somewhere here so it's a bit symmetric, you know. If it's too long, you can reduce it a bit, but I think this is okay. Let me have a look. I think we are good with this. The size, you can make it a bit bigger if you want. I can extend mine as well a bit. Nah, I think what we had is good. You can make it a bit bigger if you want. Just like this is okay. And then we click it and right click your mouse, and then we do a duplicate of it, and then we place it also somewhere here, equidistant more or less, so that they are equidistant, you know, something like this, and that suffices. So we are done with the work on this a bit. I feel it's too long. Give it, I think 4 is better. It's like it's going into the eyes of the cat more or less. Okay, now we are good like this. Now what we have to do is to do the ear. So with the ear, go for our star and red polygon tool, click it, and then you see, give it the corners 3. And with the star, I think I'll give it around no, with the ear, I think we should, let's try, I'm beginning to think we should give it around 0.1, because 0.3 is too much. Give it a 0.1, the rounding, and let's start drawing. Draw the ear in such a way that it feels more or less a square of a bigger square, more or less like this is good. Now we select it and bring it here. more. Let's place it somewhere here, and then you can click it again to rotate it, you know, rotate it like this. Now I want to have it a bit curvatured, so what I will do is that as I'll put it somewhere here, and I will do a duplicate of the face here. So go to Shift and select also the ear, but first of all, select the face and do a duplicate of the face, because we still need the face. We are going to do something to the duplicates, but we still need a face for the cat. So go to right click and do a duplicate of it, and then now we select it's already selected, so select the ear as well and go to path, and then go to difference, so that we have it a bit cut a bit, so it fits nicely there. You see, that's the purpose. And now this here has a fill. Let's give it a fill. I gave it a fill, a yellow fill, so give it this yellow fill, and then we do again right click it and we do another duplicate, or you can do a duplicate by going to edit and then duplicate. Now the duplicate would go to Shift Control and make it a bit smaller like this, and the duplicates there, the small, we want to make the fill the same color as the stroke, so go here and make the fill the same as the stroke, and then move it down here. Now we select both the smaller triangle and the bigger one, and then we do objects and then we group it. Then with the grouped one, I do a duplicate of it again, and the duplicates I will flip it horizontally, so I have the other ear. So do that and then bring it here more somewhere that it fits. Okay, so now with the thing you can do is, if it doesn't fit very well, you can still select the ears and then go to you go to this place and push it behind, lower to bottom, and then this the same, you can lower to bottom, so it's really it's nicer with the face nicely done. Now the next thing we want to do is to go for our to do our nose. So the nose, we go for a rectangle and square tool again, and then we draw something little, something like this is sufficient. Do something like that, and then we give it this color here. I give it this okay, the inner part is this. Let's go for the stroke should be the same color more or less. So go to the stroke, and also, or you can do the stroke and choose the color here. This stroke thing here is for this thing here, or you can just go to Shift and choose this color, the color we are going to choose. I think it's the gray 70. The gray 70 and the fill was also gray 70. So they are all uniform, not to be identified. Let's see. But is it gray 70, or maybe if I bring it here we'll see, or else we'll modify it gray. I think it's good. Or we can use the gray 60. Let's try the gray 60. This, oh, what, I chose the gray 80 whilst I was talking of 70, yes, and then Shift and then gray 70. Yes, that's what I used. Okay, so now the next thing we are going to do is we take again our rectangle tool, and then we draw something like this. Something like this is sufficient, about 5 or 4.5, 5 of the this in the distance is, let's see here, I used, yeah, around around something like this is okay. Now do a duplicate of this, select it and go to edit, duplicate, and then with that done, go to object, transform, and then we'll go to rotate, and we are going to rotate this, the duplicates 15 degrees, and then go to press clockwise and do apply, and then do a duplicate again. You can also do a duplicate by just left clicking and pressing your space bar. That's also does a duplicate, and then again we rotate that 115 so that we place them here more or less. So maybe here, and this comes here more or less, and then this also here. You can use one of the lines there to guide you a bit so that they are in this. Okay, now we select this, go to shift, select this and this, and then we group them, go to object, group, so, and then we do a duplicate, right click and do a duplicate. The duplicates, we pick our duplicates, and then our duplicates, so I think we should flip it horizontally. So we come here and flip it horizontally, and then we move it also somewhere here. And now we can remove, let's see whether we placed it equally or not, because the lines there are somehow like a guide to help us to know whether these are in line more or less. I think what we have is good. Now after drawing the whiskers and aligning them, we are left with the nose. So we come for our to the star and polygon tool, we click it, and then we want to draw a triangle, but this time we want the rounding, we want to give it a rounding of 0.3. so change the rounding to 0.3 and draw something like this as the nose, more or less, something little reasonably like that. Now let's select the nose. I want to bring it here so you can see well. I would make it a bit maybe smaller. Oh, I think it's okay. Now we give it, the color I used was this, so first give it this color, and I don't need even a stroke, so I will just take the stroke away. Let's go to fill and stroke again, and with this we remove our stroke, and then we have something like this. We can make it a bit bigger since the stroke was not there. Something like this is good, and then I'm going to give it a gradient. So go to the fill, because it's the fill now that we are going to give the gradient. I would give it a linear gradient. We get this and go for our create, edit and gradient tool, and you see the right small dots there, click it and give it this lighter color a bit, and then here in the middle click it and give it a darker color, this something like this, and then that's it. So we pick our nose now, and then we come and place it somewhere here. Now we can remove our grid by going to view and page grid, and let's see whether everything is good. We can adjust things a bit if we want. For example, mine, I want to adjust my nose a little so it's sitting nicely on that thing there. So this is how you can draw a cat emoji in Inkscape. I used Inkscape 1.0. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to help me, and please come again. I look forward to seeing you watching my videos. Thank you. Bye.